Yeah, we've seen this. Jeez, how much people have hooked on this game? There we go. Okay, let's hope the music isn't too loud.
新規にゲームを開始します。
Sounds fine on my end, though I need to make it a bit louder. Maybe put the audio capture a bit higher. Because during Genshin this week it was rather loud, so hey.
ロードするデータを選択してください。
This is the newest one. So, to recap, the entire city was in crisis now, and we were going to investigate to see if we could find any leads, I believe. Winning bets? No bets. No bets. But yeah, like I said, I'm a bit later today because Christian went too long and I was checking some mod stuff. I also will have to say, tomorrow's stream is going to be cancelled because Dylan apparently changed his plans after all last night. Oh, just as fine as a Kokami. But yeah, I will be streaming on Friday then instead. And Sunday is going to be the movie evening. Don't forget that. Don't forget that. First off, we should question any stable civilians. Seemed like a difficult task, but luckily not all of the civilians were unconscious. So we managed to find someone who could cooperate with us. It's convenient for you. If noises are audible, then audio is fine. God damn it, Van. I guess you are lucky indeed, Laplace, with your IKEA furniture. IKEA furniture isn't that bad to make. Come on now. It's not hard. It's easy. But most of them only complained about their poor condition, and in some cases they stopped speaking and had to be taken to the hospital.
よくないな。原因はさておき、随分あの病気は街に広まってるみたいじゃないか。確かにここまで来ると、最近兵器か何かを使ったテロを疑いたくもなるってもんだ。
This is bad. The illness has already spread throughout the entire city. At this rate, this may in fact have been an act of terror via biological weapons. IKEA is easy.
だが、そんな細菌は検知されていない。
IKEA is easier than easy mode.
前回と同じサプリだが、そいつを所有しているやつも見当たらない。他に原因があるとすれば、そいつは何だ?
Oh, so you weren't the one who put it together. Ah. Well, yeah, if you put it together in the wrong way, then yeah, it can be very hard to fix it. Yeah, that can be true. Still though, my dad likes to complain about IKEA furniture. But I have quite a lot of it. But I also have some stuff from a different company. And the quality of the different company is a lot worse than the actual IKEA stuff is, so I'm not sure what he was complaining about to begin with. But yeah, it's kind of funny. It's like I had a night desk from a different company, and that night desk fell apart at like give or take a few months after I gotten it. And the IKEA stuff is still perfectly fine now. 5 years after I've purchased it, I think. Yeah, it should be 5 years. But we didn't detect anything like that. What's strange is that unlike last time, we couldn't find anyone who possessed any drugs. So then, what's the cause this time?
サイコパスも測定してみましたが、彼らの色素は皆正常の範囲内と言えます。むしろ普通よりもクリアな層が多いと言っても過言ではありません。
We checked the psychopaths, but it seems that their hues were in the normal ranges. Certainly, there are more people who have clear hues than there should be.
とすると、やっぱり例の薬が怪しい。
Because I don't recommend it.
薬の形以外で同じ
You
ものを
always
取
have
ら
those
されて
people.
ると考
You
える
always have
べ
those
きか。
people. If that's the case, then it has something to do with the drug cocktail. We should think of alternative methods of exposing the city to that drug.
誰もが気づかずにヘブンズドアを摂取している。
It still bothers me that he says Heaven Door, but the text says Heaven's Gate. God damn it. Someone is secretly slipping in Heaven's Gate to the public.
それです、鴻上執行官。犯人は日々市民が摂取する何かにヘブンズドアを混入したのだと考えられます。
That's it, Enforcer Kogami. We can infer that the criminal is mixing Heaven's Gate with something that civilians consume every day.
そうなると怪しいのはオートサーバか。飯なら誰もが毎日食うものだ。だがオートサーバに異物混入するとなるとかなり大規模な工作が必要になるんじゃないか。
Then it could be the outer server then. Food is something that we all ingest, but would mixing something into the outer server require a lot of labor? Probably not if your computer can hack everything.
いえ、オートサーバには営業管理機能があります。元となるコントロールサーバーを掌握し、ヘブンズドアと同じ成分を食事に混ぜるように調整すれば問題ありません。
No, the outer server possesses a nutritional manager. If you can control that, then it would be easy to mix in Heaven's Gate into everyone's meals.
つまり犯人はオートサーバーをクラッキングして食事をヘブンズドアで汚染してたってことか。
How is everyone doing today, by the way? I haven't asked yet, before I get like 10 minutes into this, before asking. In other words, a criminal hacked into the outer server and then contaminated the food with Heaven's Gate, right?
よく気づいた久方氏。よし、近場のマンションのオートサーバーで食事を作成。それを空の森に分析してもらう。
That was sharp, Kukitachi. Okay, let's prepare some food from an outer server at the nearest apartment and then take it to Karanamori for analysis.
了解です。
Very sleepily. And thank you for the K-pop emote. What is this thing? What is this? Thanks for the K-pop dance emote. Ew. Ew. I don't like these K-pop emotes. I'm doing fine. And thank you for the subscription once again, Yo-Yo. It's been 9 months. Jeez. Time flies. Roger that. Though it does feel like I've been streaming for longer. It doesn't feel like I've played that many games either. This K-pop thing is probably something just to be hip with the young ones or something like that. I don't know, Twitch management seemed to be all over the place. Like, remember when they gave us those outdated memes and stuff like that for emotes? Sure, some of them are fine though, like the Bongo Cat. That one was a nice one, but the rest? Wasn't that good? Also, why have I lost 8% of frames here? The fuck, OBS? It's a visual novel, how can you lose frames on this? Doing fine, saved all the noises clipped until... God damn it. Played Weeb game while Christian was streaming. K-pop thing really sucks, also doesn't doubly push the copyright stuff. Yeah, that's kind of an interesting timing on that, isn't it? Like, let's enforce all these stupid DMCA rights. But hey, let's also make a music-focused promotion campaign for emotes, because why not? OBS VNs, It doesn't seem to like VNs, I guess. So weird. The result came in quickly.
大当たりよなでしこちゃん。オートサーバーで作られた食事からはあれと同じ成分がバッチリ検出されたわ。
We got a hit, Nadeshiko. The same ingredients from the cocktail are detected in the meal produced by the outer server. Come on, come on,
そいつを食べ続けると廃人になるってわけか。
That means you're done for if you continue eating from it.
間違いなくね。だってすごい濃度だもの。個人差はあるだろうけど、普通の人なら10日も食べてればあっという間に天国行きじゃないかしら。
No, it's definitely OBS because it keeps spiking up. Actually, hold on. Do we have something running in the background? Let's close these things. Maybe that has to do with it. I don't know. Definitely, there was a high concentration of the drug in it too. Regardless of individual variation, most people would had to have it after eating these meals for 10 days.
市内すべてのオートサーバーが乗っ取られていると見た方がいいでしょうね。
Well, I mean, YouTube is competition, I guess, but I'm not sure if I want to jump ship to YouTube. Because YouTube has its own issues. We should assume that any and all outer servers in this city has already been taken over.
ああ、間違いなくそうだろ
There is no doubting that.
それだけのクラッキング能力を持つ者。
Yes, it's
やは
also
りアルファ
checked.
の仕業だろうな。
But it's YouTube. Yeah, I know. Whoever is behind this must be a highly skilled hacker, so it must be Alpha.
う。しかし参ったな。こうなるとこれ以上オートサーバーでの食事をさせるわけにはいかん。食料を外から運んでくる必要があるぞ、こりゃ。
Honestly, I don't know the first thing about streaming on YouTube. Does YouTube streaming even have like emotes and stuff like that? I don't think it has, right? Other than that, it's probably just hooking OBS up to that, and that's fine for me, I suppose. But I've never even taken a look at the streaming tools from YouTube. I only really upload stuff there. But this is a problem. We can't let people continue to eat meals from the outer surface. We have to bring in food from the outside.
だがこの町の流通を担っていた海底ライナーは
Some
封鎖さ
very
れている。
generic emotes.
市民を外に脱出させようにも、ここはもう本土から切り離された孤島だぜ、とっつぁん。
So that basically means we're stuck on Twitch until something better happens. But yeah, even when something better happens, it's gonna need enough people, otherwise it's not going to do any well either. It's kinda problematic. You know about the subway, which is the only means of escape, is still shut down. How are we supposed to bring everyone to the outside when we're on an island, Hap-Hops?
それでも4万人を飢えさせるわけにはいきません。一度本部に戻り、ギノザ監視官たちと対応を話し合いましょう。
Nevertheless, we cannot let 40,000 people starve. Let's go back to our temporary headquarters and discuss our next course of action with Inspector Gnoza and the others.
そうするか。
Let's do that then. Oh, hello there. If this was Alpha's doing, what was he planning to do? Did he truly believe that a lifeless body void of pain and sorrow and any other form of stimuli equated to happiness? Well, according to him it does. If it was so, he was wrong. Humans weren't born to do what they're supposed to do. In order to do that, they were given free will and the power to choose. Do they though, with the civil system? I could not forgive Alpha for stealing these things. The essence of it is meant to be human. There was no way I could. And Phil's YouTube is just behind on the whole streaming things compared to Twitch. I don't know. When we returned to the hospital, it was like we entered the aftermath of a battlefield. Patients were not only cramped in the rooms, but all along the hallways too. Since Inspector Gnoza's rescue team made a temporary return to the hospital, we all exchanged information while taking a short break.
まだ全部を回れたわけじゃねえが、どこもかしこもひでえありさまだ。都市の住人ほとんどが被害者だと言ってもいい。
It's not like we were able to check every location, but no matter where we went, it was all bad. Most of the civilians have fallen victim to the illness.
そうだ、久我たちさん、ちょっとこの映像を見てもらえますか。剣さんたちが何か変だって言うんですが、私とギノザさんではどこがおかしいのかよくわからなくて。
But yeah, I still need to fix some stuff for the Donkey Kong stream from last week, and I also didn't get to play that this week, so hey, falling behind a little bit on that. I'm also not sure if I'm going to be streaming this weekend because we are going to do that movie night on Discord. So yeah, like I said earlier, I'm going to stream that Pokemon DLC on Friday, and that's probably going to be it for this week. Kind of unfortunate, but that's how it is. Also, I'm not sure how far we're going to get with this one today, so hey. I'm expecting one more stream of this at least. Don't think we're gonna finish this today, but you never know how it goes. Alright, Miss Kukitachi, can you show us the footage? Tsurugi and the others said that there was something strange about it, but Inspector Gnoza and I haven't seen it yet. The DLC is Friday, yeah. Donkey Kong has to wait a bit longer for his bananas. Ah, what do you mean, Christine is strange in his schedule? I can't stream the DLC tomorrow because it's out on Friday, right? Can't he just stick to his bloody schedule? God damn it. Well, I guess we'll see. If not, then maybe I can play some Donkey Kong tomorrow, then I don't know. I'm pretty sure it's out on the 23rd, but you would have to check that then. Because I'm pretty sure Nintendo releases everything on a Friday, but hey, I might be wrong there. I handed them the tablets, showing them the footage we captured of the environment. Google says 23rd, yeah. We captured of the environmental and interior hollows. All of them look like they were from Submarine City, but
いやさ、そこにいるとやったら眠くなるっていうか、だるくなるっていうか。
why are we getting two conflicting dates here? What does Serobi say on this? Or the Pokemon website itself? Well, when we were there, I felt really sleepy. Or actually my body felt lighter. Either way, it was kinda weird.
あるべきものがない。
Maybe time zones?
そんな気がするんです。
Maybe. It just looked like there was something missing. Either way,
あんた
time zones should still
心
be
理
the
関
same
係
day.
詳しかっただ
So
ろ
I don't know.
何か気づかないか
You know a lot about psychology, right? Didn't you notice anything?
確かにこれは妙ですね。
Certainly, there was something strange.
どこが妙なのか説明してくれないか、クガたち。俺と常森にはごく普通の、いや、どちらかといえば落ち着く景色に見える。
Can you explain why it's strange, Kukitachi? From what Tsunemori and I could see, it looks normal. Or actually, a more calmed down version.
それは当然だと思います。この環境ホロや内装ホロはすべて可能な限り刺
Maybe
激を
since
排除
tomorrow
し
and Friday the basement
ス
and
トレ
damn
スを
zones.
感じないようにデザインされたものですから。
I'm going to call fucking bullshit if America gets it a day earlier. Hold on, I'll take a look myself now. Oh no, I wasn't supposed to click that. Not even sure where to look for it, but it still says autumn 2020, whether the page I have now. Release date October 23rd. Yeah. Well, I don't know then. When the DLC dropped America still on the 22nd. It could also be it. Could also be it. Either way, it's annoying, and I hope he doesn't change his plans, but hey, you never know with that guy. I think that's exactly it. All these environmental and interior hollows are void of any substance, and all that is left is a minimalistic shell designed to mitigate stress.
どれどれああ、確かに色相が濁った人向けに極端にストレスを感じない作りになってるわ。ほら、あれよ、矯正施設のセラピールームと一緒。
Let's see. It's definitely designed to sedate those with clouded hues, preventing them from any stress. See? It's the same as a rehab facility's therapy room. So we get it over in the morning when the characters it's over in the night.
だから妙に
seems
眠
like
く
it.
なるのにイラッときたのか。
Ah, that's why I felt so irritated even though I felt sleepy.
環境ホロや内装ホロに関してもクラッキングされていると見るべきでしょうね。
We should assume this was the motive as to why the why can't I pronounce this word? Environmental and interior hollows were hacked. Can't you just say outside hollows?
オートサーバーもやられていたんだ。ホームセクレタリー AI そのものに干渉していると見るべきだろうな。
The outer server is also hacked. We should see if the AI secretary program has also been tampered with.
オートサーバーがやられていた？まさかヘブンズドアーはそこで混入されていたというのか。
You've about... Okay. Maybe then. We'll see. The outer servers also got hacked. You're not telling me that the food supply in the city has been contaminated with Heaven's Gate, are you?
その通りだ。先生にも分析してもらったが、ヘブンズドアーと同じ成分がオートサーバーで作られた食事から高濃度で検出された。市民すべてが犠牲者となる可能性がある。
Exactly. After analyzing a sample, we concluded that there were high concentrations of Heaven's Gate in the meals made by outer servers. There's a high chance they're all being affected.
市民すべてが4万人もの人間を。
So give me like an hour more on top of that, because I keep talking and getting distracted. All of the civilians? That's 40,000 people.
さっきみたいなホロに囲まれてたらお薬の効果はさらに高まる。街丸ごとそうしたとしか思えないわね。
If they're surrounded by the hollows we just looked at, the effects of the drug will increase. The streets will be full of more victims.
放っておけば被害は広がる一方。
If you don't do anything, the number of victims will...
今はまだ佐渡海上市のみがターゲットですが、ホームセクレタリもオートサーバーもどこにでもあるものです。放置すれば次は東京を狙ってくるかもしれません。
Right now, Said Marine City is the only target, but there are AI secretaries and outer service everywhere in the country. Tokyo could be very well the next area.
そんなことになれば日本は終わるな。
If it turns out like that, Japan will fall.
とっくに終わっちゃってる気もするけどね。
It feels like this is the end.
茶化すな、係。いずれにせよ、この集団昏睡症状が意図的に引き起こされていることははっきりした。ただし、
From who? From me or
事
from the
件解
game?
決のため犯人を探し出す。
Don't make light of this, Kagari. Anyways, it's clear that the mass comatose of the city was intentional. We need to find the person behind this, and fast.
でもギノザさん、まずは市民の安全を確保しねえとまずいぜ。放っておけばどんどん患者が増えちまう。
But Inspector Ginoza, if we don't save all the civilians first, things will only get worse. The number of patients will only continue to rise. Creepy face.
4万人を守りながらの
Because it's
捜
for me,
査、
Yeah.
頭が痛くなるわね。
Saving 40,000 people with 40,000 people while continuing an investigation. This is going to give me a headache.
それでもやるしかありません。そのために私たちは公安局の職員という立場を与えられているのです。
Even so, we have to press onwards. That's why we, the PSB's Division 1, are here. I stood up, looking at everyone around me.
なすべきことをなしましょう。
Thanks for the fan service. Let's do what we can. Everybody nodded and stood it up. Stood it up. Right.
そうだな。
Stood up.
俺たちは猟犬、そして今はレスキュー犬も兼任ってわけだ。どっちにせよ走るしかない。
Right, we're hunting dogs, and now we serve as rescue dogs. Either way, we'll make haste.
よっしゃ。じゃあまずは飯からだな。人間腹が減ってるとろくなことを考えねえ。みんなに安全な飯を食わせてやろうぜ。
Yeah, sure, but let's work on the safe food supply first. They won't be able to think straight if they're hungry. Let's make them feel safe with a warm home cooked meal. Jeez. Then we all rushed off at once again to save the people.
各ブロックごと最寄りの公共施設を避難所とし、市民を避難。その後、東京より輸送された食料、水などを配給する。いいな。
It's Muku time again, and thanks for the sub as well. If Laplace keeps doing this, it's only going to take longer for me to get this game finished, you know. I really should have fiddled with those with the duration of this notification because it's on there forever. Can definitely shorten it a bit. Got more K-pop emotes. Oh dear. At least you can listen to the music, yeah. That's the last one, come on. No more? Oh, no, there it is. Designate the nearest public facility on each block as a shelter and move civilians around that area there. After, distribute the food and water from Tokyo. Got it.
了解。
Roger.
常森、国塚、久我たちは避難誘導を。金野森、避難所となる公共施設システムのセキュリティチェックを頼む。
Tsunemori, Kunazuka, and Kukatachi. Lead evacuation. Karanamori, you'll be in charge of doing a security check of those designated shelter systems.
オッケ
Muku
ー。
time.
そこまでクラッキングされちゃ元も子もないものね。乙女の低層バレにバッチリ守ってあげるわ。
Really going to make me say this game. Okay, it won't be good if they get hacked too. I'll protect them like a chastity belt protects the virginity of young women.
どっちかっつうと散らす方だろう。
Okay, Gary. You're gonna get killed for that, you know. I thought you were the one who violates it, though. No way to come back?
で、
Oh.
ギノザさ
Ah.
ん、俺たちは何をすれば
I
いい
was hoping you to react on that. So, Inspector Ginoza, what should we do then?
正岡、係、剣は各自女性陣について
I mean, he
避難誘導のサポート。
isn't wrong. He isn't wrong.
ヘリの誘導を命じる。荷物がついたら嫌になるほど力仕事が待っているからな。覚悟しておけ。
In the sort of shield, thinking probably 22nd, 23rd release because it's being released in Japan on the 23rd, but at that time it's still the 22nd in a lot of places. Yeah. Japan and America are on really different time zones compared to like Europe is like literally in between of those. Like it's later in Japan now, and it's earlier in America now. So it's really weird how it all works. Like I know with the Fumos today, like you could place orders on them at 18 in the afternoon for them, which is like 11 in the morning for us. So it's like 7-hour difference. So it's going to be like 6 in the morning there for us at the moment, give or take. Masoka, Kagami and Tsurugi will provide support for the woman. Kagami will instruct the transport aircrafts. It will be hard once they start arriving, so be prepared.
了解。
Roger that.
やれやれ。まさかこのご時世に人力での救助作業なんかやることになるとはね。災害救助なんぞ若い頃に研修でちっとかじったきりだぞ。
Well, well, I didn't think we'd still have to do rescue missions by hand in this era. Back in my day, I practiced for a little disaster relief training.
ですが
Back in my day.
その知識経験は得難いものです。頼りにしてますよ正岡執行官。
But the knowledge and experience are really hard to come by. I'll be relying on you, Enforcer Masoka.
そう言われちゃ仕方ねえな。じゃあ一丁行きますか。
Don't mention it. Well, let's get going.
ご家庭の飲食物サーバは利用しないでください。サーバから供給される飲食物を摂取した方は速やかに佐渡海上市国立病院までおいでください。
Please do not consume any food or drink from your homes. Anyone who has consumed meals recently, please go to the Seto Marine City National Hospital at once.
繰り返します。現在市内のシステムに大規模な障害が発生し、市民の皆さんにはご迷惑をおかけしております。
Isn't technology amazing?
ご家庭の飲食物サー
One
バー
person
は
hacks something and
決して利
everything,
用しな
everyone
いで
is
くだ
fucked
さい。
over. The music isn't too loud now, is it? Seems going rather high compared to other days. I repeat, currently there is a malfunction within the city system. We deeply apologize for the inconvenience. Please do not use the meal server at your home. After the announcement, many people began rushing into the hospital. To my surprise, there were more than who could walk on their own than I thought to be. It was a good sign. Audi was fine. Alright, if you say so.
ID と色相を確認後、最寄りの避難所をお知らせします。お手数ですが、各自そちらへ移動し、次の指示を待ってください。追って水、食料、生活必需品等を配布します。
After checking your ID in here, we will inform you of a nearby shelter. Please proceed down and wait for further instructions. We will soon provide water and food.
はいはい。押さない、走らない、かけない。避難の基本はこの3つ。お化けだぞ。
Hey, don't push, don't run, don't rush. These are the 3 rules of the evacuation. Follow them. What? You gonna punch them?
違うだろそれ。
Yeah, no, you're saying it all wrong. I mean, the rules seem pretty logical to me. Public facilities were designated as shelters. Unlike the hospital, their management system and meal service were independent from the AI secretaries. But if Alpha wanted to, it wouldn't be too hard for him to hack them. So necessities had to be brought in from the outside the city. Inspector Ginoza mainly focused on the arrangements. Oh dear. Dropping noises. Hopefully that's allowed. Alright, here it is.
ギノ、そのままエレベーターでドーム内に降りてもらえ。避難所まで飛行してもらい、現場で物資のコンテナを投下させるんだ。
But you know, let them get past the dome via the elevator, then ask them to fly to one of the shelters and drop the supply containers down there.
ヘリの爆音はエリアストレスを悪化させる要因だ。
The noises of the aircraft could worsen the area's stress level. It's definitely making my ears,
通常なら神経に触る音だが、今の市民には救いの天使の羽音に聞こえるはずだ。こういう時は分かりやすいデモンストレーションが必要となる。
That's not true. Normally it's noisy and jarring to hear, but now civilians will only hear the sound of angels flying. We need to take advantage of this.
了解した。では、ドーム
I
内で
think
再
they'll
度
be
飛行
angels
する。
though.
避難所に着いたら、現地の指示に従って物資の投下を頼む。
Roger that. Okay then. Please fly inside the dome. When you arrive at the shelters, drop the supplies down, please.
これでいいんだな。
Oh, Benson. Is that okay, Kagami?
さて物資はどんどん来る。急いでさばくぞ。
Yeah, supplies are coming in hot. We need to describe them quickly. Describe? Distribute. What am I even saying? In time, the aircraft arrived above one of the shelters. People looked up at its roaring blades, but once they realized it was bringing relief supplies, they all cheered.
各避難所の皆さんにお知らせします。
Alright, the helicopter isn't alive.
支援物資の配布を順次行っています。慌てないで物資が届くのをお待ちください。
To all civilians at the shelters, we are beginning to distribute emergency supplies. Please be patient and wait until it arrives. There we go. Now it's over.
大したもんだ。どの避難所でもボランティアが現れて物資の分配や揉め事の調停を引き受けてくれてるぞ。人間まだまだ捨てたもんじゃねえな。
How impressive. The people have started to help one another, taking part in the supply distribution and caring for others. Humanity is not hopeless just yet. Just yet,
国塚執行
barely.
官、市民の避難所への移動状況は？
Therefore, Sakunizuka, how's the process of evacuating civilians to the shelter going?
全体の5割、2万人弱が移動を完了しました。
50% so far. So... God damn it, I stuck with pronouncing numbers. 20,000 people have been evacuated.
残りの半分は
What about the other half?
いくつかの可能性が考えられるわね。警戒して近づこうとしない人だっているかもしれない。違法サプリは判断力を鈍らせるから。
There are a few possibilities. For one, some people may be wary and are afraid to leave their homes. The drugs they took affected their judgment after all.
あるいは暴徒化して街で略奪を行っているか、患者となって病院に収容、もしくは自宅等で倒れているかですね。
Or they are rioting in the city, having become patients already lost, or have become patients already at hospital, or collapsed in their homes.
そんなことは言われなくても分かってる。
You already know that. Why did you ask?
しかしさすがに状況が状況だ。避難生活ってやつはどうしても色素を濁らせる。ましてやシュビラができて以降、この町じゃこんなことは初めてだろうからな。
But this is a special situation. Life in a refugee tends to make one's hue cloudy, and an event like this must be a first for the city since Sybil was established.
メンタルサプリの配給希望が随分出ています。
Microphone there.
特にシビラ世代である10代、20代が色素の乱れを原因とする体調不良を訴えてきていますね。
There have been many requests for mental supplements, especially those between the ages of 10 to 20. They complained about poor health due to poor use.
おいおい、今薬なんぞ飲ませたら。
Hey, we can't let them take such medicine now.
ええ、ユーストレス欠乏症を引き起こす可能性が高く、いかなるメンタルケア製品も処方できません。何か他に色素改善の方法を考えなくては。
Yes, it will likely inflict symptoms of the stress deficiency. If there's any mental care items can be prescribed, we need to consider another way to improve their use. Send some clowns in or something like
よ
that.
し、こういう時は炊き出しだ炊き出し。
Okay, it's time to cook up some emergency food.
炊き出し？
Cook emergency food?
そう。あのさ、人間きつい時には冷たいもんよりあったかいもん食べた方がいいんだって。ちょっと物資の方見せてよ。
Gagari is going to cook. Oh. Can he cook? Has he ever done this in the series? Oh dear. This is either going to be very good or it's going to be very horrible. No in between. Or it's going to be very bland, I guess, but hey. I'm scared of these K-pop emotes. Yeah, you know, humans need to eat a warm meal when they're down in the dumps. Show me where the ingredients are. Oh, we can. Must have forgotten
ちょっ
then.
と、係執行官。
It's been quite a while since I've seen season 1, so hey. Ah, wait. Hey, Enforcer Kagari? It looked delicious.
市民の皆さんにお知らせしま
Most
す。
anime food looks delicious though.
ただいま市内中央公園にて炊き出しを行っています。まだ避難所へ移動されていない方が対象です。
To all civilians, we are currently distributing emergency food at the Central Park. For those who have not evacuated to the shelters yet, please come.
さあ寄ってらっしゃい見てらっしゃい。 熱々のカレーだよ。美味しい美味しいカレーだよ。
Here, come and see for yourself. Hot and fresh curry, delicious and appetizing to suit your soul.
一口食べれば体も心もポッカポカってね。さあ、そこのお兄さん、ちょっと食べてってよ。
Please call me a free food. Yeah, totally not suspicious at all. Once you eat it, your body and mind will feel all better. Hey, sir, have a bite. Why is it always curry? They're just Japan reasons, I guess. The forces Gagari and Tsurugi share the same interest in cooking, and were able to make curry from the ingredients that were available in a short amount of time. Most of the emergency food ingredients consisted of coarse biscuits. Coarse biscuits. There was also rice and cut vegetables made from hyper oats, which were used as a meat substitute.
ああ、成形野菜と成形肉に麦ライスってのはあれだけど、本物の野菜や肉なんて手に入らねえもんな。
I don't want to cover up these fake vegetables with barley and using some fake meat substitute. But we can't get anything else in a time like this.
文句言うなって。調味料もあるし、あとは俺たちの腕次第だろ。
Don't complain, we have some spices to work with, and the rest of the dish is up to us to salvage with our skills.
なぜ私までこんな格好を。
And why do I have to wear this?
むさ苦しい野郎二人で呼び込みするより、可愛い女の子がエプロンつけてる方がいいだろう。ほら、あんたも声出して。
It's better to let cute girls wear aprons and serve the food than filthy dudes like us. Hey, you should try to call them out too.
ですから、それは男女差別です。
That is extremely sexist.
褒めてんだから怒るなよ。それより、今大事なのは、みんなに飯を食ってもらうことだろ。
It's a compliment, so chill out. Moreover, isn't it more important to give everyone something to eat?
それはそうかもしれませんが。
That might be so. She doesn't seem to like it that much though.
元気よく言ってみようぜ。
Then cheer up and eat. It was still questionable, but a drop in temperature was certainly bad for the body. Eating a warm meal to keep the body temperature stable was a completely logical solution.
温かいカレーはいかがですか？
Laplace, what the fuck are you
材
doing?
料はすべて本土より輸送したハイパーオーツで作られています。安心してお食べください。
Would you care for some warm curry? The ingredients all come from hyper oats from the mainland. Please eat it and take the time to relax. Sorry, keyboard fell. Interesting words come out. But no matter how many times we called out to them, people only gathered around the park, gazing at us from afar, as if they were too afraid to have a bite. A boy who seemed attracted to the aroma tried to get a closer look, but a woman who seemed to be his mother grabbed him by the hand and pulled him behind her back. Oh. Syntax error. Yeah.
おいおい。
Laplace is
せっかく作った
malfunctioning.
ってのになんで食わねえんだよ。別に毒なんか入ってねえっつの。
Hey, we just made it. Why won't you just eat it? It's not like there was poison in it.
毒？いえ、あの人たちにとっては入っていると思われている可能性はあります。
Poison? No, that's it. They must think the food has been contaminated.
なんだよそれ。俺たち目の前で作ってただろ。
What the hell? We just made it right in front of them, didn't we?
それが問題なのです。
That's the problem.
そっか。オートサーバーじゃねえから。
That's right. It's not from the outer server.
はい。オートサーバから供給される食べ物は安全だが、手作りの料理は色素を濁らせる原因になる。常識です。
Exactly. They've been taught that the food provided by the outer server is safe to consume. Whereas homemade meals will only make your hue cloudy. It's common sense to them.
手作りっつったって材料は全部本土のオートサーバーが成形したやつなんだけど。
Wait, but even though it's homemade, at the end of the day, aren't all the ingredients mainly from an outer server?
たとえ材料がハイパーオーツだとしても、
Become as
人の
gods?
手が加わったとい
Please
う
don't
段
become as
階
gods.
で警戒されているの
Please
でしょ
don't.
う。ましてや、潜在犯が作ったものだというなら。
Even though the food consists of hyperoids, they have learned to be wary of someone touches their food. Not to mention, latent criminals made the curry.
はあ？つまり俺たちみたいな汚らわしい人間が作ったもんなんか食えませんってか。だったら食わなくていいよ別に。
Apparently not, Laplace. Apparently not. Huh? So you're saying they won't eat anything made by us? Then fine, they don't have to eat it. They can starve for all I care.
シュウ落ち着け。生まれ育った常識はすぐに変えられねえよ。あの人たちが悪いわけじゃない。
Chill out, you. They've been taught to think like this all their lives. It's not their fault.
とはいえオートサーバー以外の食事は取ってもらわねえとな。乾パンばっかりっていうのも味気ねえし。
When it's all said and done, if they would accept meals from beyond an outer server, then they have to have no choice but to eat those tasteless biscuits.
ええ、それに
Hey, biscuits can be fine too.
私はかなり執行官の温かいものを摂取した方がいいという意見には賛成です。ぬくもりには高いセラピー効果があります。
Precisely, but I do agree with Enforces Kagami's desire to want people to eat a warm meal. Warmth has a very high therapeutic effect. I cannot English. It's like the touch of a person's hand, the thrill, the rush, those things that could also become stresses in life, but if utilized properly, the use can be improved.
問題はどうやってこのカレーが安全だと理解してもらうかですね。市民の信頼を得るしかないでしょう。
The problem is how this curry seems safe for everyone to eat. The problem is how to make this curry seem safe for everyone to eat. We have to gain the trust of the civilians.
毒味してみせりゃいいんじゃねえのか。うまそうに食ってりゃ釣られて空気も起きるだろうしな。
I mean, I agree though, it's always nice if you're eating something that your mother made you. Like, even though I've like moved out for 5 years, it's always nice having food made by your parents instead of made it yourself. It always tastes better. I don't know why. And if I go very far back in the past, then my grandmother made some very delicious meatballs. Those were really great. They always make me feel happy when I ate them, but it's been a very long time since I had any of those lately. I want some meatballs. Don't think I've eaten proper meatballs in... well, especially not this entire year, that's for sure. Can we just assure them that it's not poisonous? If we eat and act like it's really delicious, then it'll start to let the guard down and slowly calm.
良いアイデアです。では、
Playing my pants
誰が
good
食べ
off.
るかですが。
It's a good idea. Then we will try it. Have Akane eat it. Have Tsurugi eat it. Let's have Akane eat it. She always has like meatballs. I kinda knew that one was coming, really. Have Akane eat it. To gain their trust, it was the best to have an inspector try it, but the issue was how to convey that it tasted good. After all, I was not good at making facial expressions. I'll eat it. Meatballs and spaghetti.
というわけで、常森監視官を呼んできました。
I don't put meatballs in my spaghetti. I just put minced meat in my spaghetti, not meatballs. I don't know, I've never seen anyone put meatballs in it. I know it's apparently a thing, but I've never seen anyone do it at least. That's why I called Inspector Tsunemori in.
いきなり引っ張ってこられたんですけど、一体何事ですか？
Well, I just got here, so what's going on?
よく来た常森城。さあ、このカレーを食ってくれ。
You came just in time, Mr. Tsunemori. Here, have some curry.
え？
Wait, what?
あかねちゃんだけが頼りなんだよ。ほら、いつも俺の飯を食ってる時みたいにガツガツっと言ってうまいぞって口からビーム出してくれればいいから。
We can only rely on Akane now. Here. Eat it like you eat my other food. Take a big bite and make it look like it's so delicious you're gonna start crying with joy.
出ないよ。かがりくんは私を何だと思ってるの？
I can do something like that. Who do you think I am?
グルメクイーン？
The gourmet queen?
違うから。とりあえずこれを食べればいいのね。
What if we put spaghetti and meatballs? That would be very hollow meatballs then. My aunt made some meatballs with cheese in them once. Those were really good. God damn it. No, I want meatballs with cheese in it. Fuck. That's not it. Well, I guess it's now or never.
はい、お願いします。
Yes, please. Then Inspector Tsunemori scooped a plate full of curry with a spoon and put it in her mouth. Cliche anime reaction on delicious food. Sadly, we don't get any art for that. What's wrong, Mr. Tsunemori?
おいしい。このカレ
Knew
ー
it.
すごくマイルドで、でもじわーっと辛みがきて、おいしい。おかわりしたいくらい。
Now we're going on a 5-hour tangent on how good the curry is. It's delicious. This curry has a very mild flavor, and the spiciness is subtle. It's really good. Makes me want a second serving.
なんだよ、脅かすなよ。
What the hell? Don't scare me like that.
その調子で食べてください。そのカレーの安全性を
Potatoes with
市民に
meatballs
ア
in
ピール
them.
したいのです。
What the fuck? Potatoes with meatballs inside? What? How do you put a meatball inside a potato without ruining the potato? I have a lot of questions here. Please continue eating. We have to show the civilians that the curry is safe to eat.
なるほど、そういうことだったんですね。だったら喜んで食べちゃいますよ。
Ah, I see. That's what's going on. If that's the case, I'll happily continue eating. Hollow it out and fill it. Yeah, I guess. She smiled, her lips covered in curry, and as she ate more and more of it, taking hearty bites looking like she actually liked it, the atmosphere gradually became to a calm. I knew it, relying on her was the best course of action. A person like myself could never smile like she could.
お、来た来た。
Oh, they're coming. Suddenly the boy who had been eager to have a closer look let go of his mother's hand and came running towards us. Miss Tsunemori handed him some utensils.
さあ、あのお兄さんのところへ行って自分でもらってきてね。
Here, go to this nice big man there, and get yourself a nice big serving, okay? Did I say nice big man? Uh-oh.
いらっしゃい。
Welcome. One after another, everyone else started gathering the line. After a few moments, the big pot filled with curry was gone.
温かい食べ物は避難
I've
所
never
に
had
も用意
turkey.
されてます。皆さん、どうぞ最寄りの避難所へ。
I never had turkey, so I don't know how it tastes. Probably it just tastes like chicken, I don't know. Our meals are prepared at shelters as well. Please, feel free to visit them.
お見事です。さすがは常森監視官ですね。
As expected from you, Inspector Tsunemori. Great work.
そんな。
I've been messing up a lot of lines tonight, haven't I?
ああ、それにしてもあのカレー美味しかったな。すみません。久我立さんは食べてないのに。
No, I didn't do anything. Ah, that curry was so good. Oh, sorry, Miss Kukitachi hasn't gotten the chance to eat it any yet.
いえ、お気になさらず。
Turkey actually
本
tastes
来
different. It actually
あれは
tastes
避難した市
well.
民のための食料ですし、
Well then.
デモンストレーションは常森監視官一人で十分な効果を発揮した以上、私が無駄に消費する必要はありません。
Oh no, don't mind me. It was made for the civilians anyway. Since it turned out fine, there was no need for me to eat any. However, the subtle spicy aroma drifted around the park, and for some reason it made me nostalgic. And then my stomach started growling.
やっぱり久我立さんも食べたかったんじゃないですか。
So Miss Kukitachi wanted to eat some too, huh?
そうかもしれません。
Apparently. As I forced out a smile, I heard the sound of an approaching aircraft. And there we go again. Loud helicopter time.
ギノザ君、そろそろ次の輸送機が来るそうよ。
Kinozaku. Kinoza, the next transporter aircraft is arriving soon.
もうか。
Already?
4万人分の救助物資だもの。向こうは相当頑張ってピストン輸送してくれてるみたいね。
They need to bring enough supplies for 40,000 people, so they're working around the clock coming back and forth.
気遣いはありがたいが、受け入れるこっちの手が足りないのはどうしようもないな。避難所の方は大丈夫か？
I appreciate their hard work, but we can't do anything on our side if we're too short-handed to distribute the supplies. What's the status at the shelters?
物資の仕分け、搬送、すべてを手作業でやらねばならんとはな。倒れるなよ、鴻上。今我々が倒れるわけにはいかん。
Memes, you mean? Uh-oh. Food memes? Can be good. We're sorting the supplies and distributing them, but we have to do everything by hand. Don't give up, Kogami. We can't now.
その言葉そっくりそのままお返しするぜ、ギノ。どうにかして休憩を取らないと、こっちが先に参っちまう。
My thoughts exactly, Gino. But it'd be wise to take a break, or else we'll get swamped and we become too overwhelmed to be any use.
失礼します。こちらに毛布は届いておりますか？ C 地区および D 地区に搬送しに行きます。
Excuse me, did any blankets arrive yet? We'll bring them to the shelters at sector C and D.
おう。確か
Cease and
あっ
desist.
ちのコンテナだ。くそ、仕分けもままならん。
Blankets? I think they're in a container over there. Damn, we don't have enough people to sort all the supplies.
俺たちだけじ
Isn't
ゃ
there
手
any
が回
hospital
らんぞ
staff, something
監視
like
官
that? We're undermanned, Inspector.
分かりきったことを言わなくていい。だったらどうしろと言うんだ。
Don't tell me what I already know. Well then, what should we do?
とりあえず次のヘリが来ちゃったら一旦輸送が止まる。向こうも動き続けるのは無理みたいだし、休憩も兼ねて一旦話し合いましょう。
At least, supplies will temporarily stop coming in after the next aircraft arrives. They probably can't keep working either. Let's talk to them once we go on a break.
分かった。
Understood. Probably should go to the store tomorrow as well.
ああ、もう腰って腕もパンパンだぜ。
Phew, oh, my back hurts. My arm ache.
まあんだけ重いもん持って走り回ってりゃな。
Well, that's what you get for carrying such a heavy load.
とっつぁんは大丈夫か。ぎっくり腰なんてシャレにならないからな。
Are you okay, Pops? It won't be funny if you threw out your back.
抜かせ。ちょっとやそっとでガタが来るようなやわな体はしとらんよ。だがこの状況はまずいな。
But nonsense, my body doesn't die that easily. But the situation doesn't look too good.
物資の搬送、仕分け、それに病院での看護や不安を訴える人たちも
Alright,
い
Van,
て、
take care. Sleep well. Dream of feet. Yeah, feet. Sorting and distributing supplies, treating patients at the hospital, caring for those who are suffering from anxiety. Everything is lacking.
院内での作業にはドローンが使えますけど、外に出したらクラッキングされちゃいますしね。
We can use drones to help the hospital tasks since they're... We can use the drones to help with the hospital tasks since they will be hacked when they go outside of the body. God damn it. We can use the drones to help with the hospital tasks since they will be hacked if they go outside the building. Ew. Ew. Yeah, I know, Yo-Yo. But I'm not gonna king shame him. Just let him have his feet, okay? Just let him have his feet. Each to their own. Each to their own. Initially, we had the aircraft to bring the supplies to each shelter, but that was no longer feasible after the number of refugees in shelters increased.
搬送用に市内の運送会社からトラックを借り受けました。ですが、問題は運転手です。私と常森監視官がカバーできません。
No, armpits are better, Yo-Yo, don't get me wrong. We borrowed trucks from the delivery companies in the city to help with the distribution, but the problem is, we need drivers. Inspector Tsunemori and I can't do it alone.
しかもあんたの運転危なっかしいからな。
Not to mention, you drive it dangerously.
免許はあります。運転した記憶がないので、多少不安定かもしれませんが。
I have a driver's license. I do not remember how to drive, so I feel somewhat insecure.
多少いや、そんなこと言ってらんないくらいの緊急事態なのは分かってるけどさ。
Somewhat? No way. I understand the situation is urgent, but you can't drive after saying something like that.
とにかく人手がいるわよ。問題はそれをどこから引っ張ってくるかってことだけど。
There will be more people eager to help, but the problem is how to find them.
それなのですが、私に考えがあります。
About that, I have an idea.
なんだ言ってみろ、クガタチ。
Well then, say it, Kukitachi. Request backup from Tokyo or... Tokyo is probably safer because the people are stressed and an influence of drugs and stuff like that. I don't know. Let's take a drink and let's see what chat says here. Nothing? Come on, guys. Shrug. Alright. It's good enough.
物資だけでなく、人材も輸送してもらいましょう。このままでは操作ができません。そのためにも、東京から救助のための人材を派遣してもらうべきです。
Not only will we distribute the supplies, let's also transport volunteers to the shelters. We can't continue our investigation like this. We need help from Tokyo.
分かった。掛け合ってみよう。
Civilians are useless in
このままで
leaving.
は
True.
事件の捜査は滞る一方だ。クガタチ、 具体的な手続きを頼む。俺は支援物資の配送に回るとしよう。
Understood. Try contacting them. We will delay the investigation as of now. Kukitachi, I'm counting on you. I handle delivering the supplies.
了解いたしました。
Understood.
でもさ、来るまで時間かかるっしょ、それ。そこまでは俺たちで何とかするしかないわけ？やっぱ。
But still, it takes time for them to reload and come back, right? We're going to have to do something in the meantime.
よし、そこは市民の皆さんにご協力
Better
願お
throw
う
away
ぜ
the。leftovers too instead of eating
何
them.
自
Savages.
分たちの町だ。嫌とは言わねえだろ。
I'm not going to say anything. I'm not going to say anything. Okay, let's ask the civilians for their help. Shit, it's a city after all. They won't refuse, right?
賛成だ。この町にも医者やカウンセラー、運転手はいる。ボランティアが仕分けを行ってくれるだけでもありがたい。
I agree. There are doctors, counselors, and drivers in the city. It would help us all out if people volunteer their services to us. You think they're going to do that?
じゃあ私が剣さんたちと一緒に行って協力を呼びかけてみます。いいですよね、ギノザさん。
And then I will go with Suruku to ask for help. Does that sound good, Inspector Ginoza?
分かった。だがあくまでも相手の善意に頼る形だ。無理は言うなよ。
Alright, however, it's not like we can keep on relying on the civilians for help. Don't make them do the impossible. How the hell did I lose
わかってます。
10,000 frames? Where are all these frames going to? What the fuck's wrong? I know that. The civilians at the recent shelter had cooperated with us. Volunteers from Tokyo have been deployed. With all their help, we could finally focus on the investigation. Our main task was to locate the perpetrator responsible for this crisis, Alpha of course, but the only lead we had was from the data from the cyborg had been abandoned. Like, why do I have 9% of the entire stream lost frames?
高飛びしてたらさ。
OBS doesn't say anything on this. Why? Where the hell are my frames going? What are we going to do? What are we gonna do? What if we already escaped?
それはないわ。擬態を抑えた後、この町のサーバーから他の都市、海外や東京へ大容量のデータを一気に送信した痕跡はなかった。
You can't. After we retrieved the cyberized body, there was no trace of any huge amounts of data sent to Tokyo, or any other city for that matter.
ならその線は考えなくていいな。
Then let's not waste time thinking about that.
例の中学校に残ってた通信負荷覚えてるでしょ。おそらくあれで送られたのがアルファの本体データ。持ってる機能を考えると当然だけど、隠すには困難なレベルの容量ね。
You remember that massive influx of data transformed from the middle school, right? Perhaps it was Alpha's main data that held its core programs.
となると、この町のサーバにそういった不審な大容量データが隠れていないかを操作するということになりますね。
Which means we should find out where the similarly massive amounts of data have been hidden inside any of the servers within the city.
ピンポン大正解。賢いなでしこちゃんにはキスのプレゼントがあるわよ。
Bingo, that's correct. Let's give the oh so smart Nadeshiko a kiss, yeah?
いえ、遠慮します。しかし、なぜアルファはそんなにもこの町に固執するのでしょうね。
No thank you. But why is Alpha so bent on staying in the city? Why would you say no thank you? God damn it.
ここがあいつの故郷だからだろう。
This is his hometown after all.
故郷ですか。
Hometown? It was a word I did not know due to my loss of memories, but by being autonomous and having his own memories, Alpha could have an attachment to his birthplace.
もし逃げるとすりゃ、あいつがこの町で事件
I'm
を起
really
こす
fucking
理
up
由は
English
ね
badly today, aren't I?
あいつは必ずこの町にいる。そしてじっとどこかで見てやがるに違いねえんだ。
Also, if he was planning to escape, he wouldn't have had a reason to cause this incident in the first place. He's definitely here, watching us from somewhere.
剣の個人感情はともかく、この町のサーバーに縛り、捜索を開始することは問題ないと見ていいな。
Setting aside Tsurugi's personal opinion, there should not be any problem starting the search with inspecting the city servers.
そうね。ここから先は総力戦よ。とにかく都市内にあるサーバーを片っ端からぶち開けて確認し
I
てちょうだ
never
い。
really have leftovers though, because usually I just cook so I have enough for one day. So yeah, I never really have leftovers anymore. If I do have some leftovers, it's usually just some spaghetti or some spaghetti sauce. Things like that, but I usually just throw those away. Because I don't like reheated spaghetti for some reason, it just doesn't, I just don't like the taste of it. It's not nice. Right. From here on out it's an all-out war. By the way, can you help me thoroughly check all the servers?
了解しました。
Understood. However, as we began checking the servers, something strange happened. Uh-oh.
シュはノアに言われた。あなたと家族とは皆箱舟に入りなさい。あなたがこの時代の人々の中で私の前に正しい人であると私は認めたからである。
So we're quoting the Bible now, huh? The Lord said to Noah, Enter the ark, you and all your household, for you alone I have seen to be righteous before me in this time.
私は40日40夜地に雨を降らせて私の作ったすべての生き物を地の表から拭い去ります。
I will send rain on the earth for 40 days and 40 nights, and I will wipe from the face of the earth every living creature I have made. I definitely felt on that. I shut down the power and gazed at the city without its hollows. The old barren city looked like a human heart, just an ugly hue exposed by a somatic scan. People panicked, running every which way, knocking down orders in their way, even trampled on their families and friends. Oh, such ugly creatures. In contrast, those who helped others had very clean news, and the righteous people who deserve my happiness. But even they become unhappy if I didn't help them. There was too much temptation in this world, too many choices. Humans kept straying from the right path in search of their happiness, only to end up ruining everything. That's why I would resurrect this world. That's why Mother created me.
君たちは愚かだ。
The world isn't dead. What do you mean resurrect?
選ぶから不幸になる。
You're all... well,
おとなしく受け取ればいいんだ。
you're all foolish.
僕の与える幸
Damn it,
せ
you're
を。
still not done. You're all foolish. You all chose your own unhappiness. You should just quietly accept the happiness I offer. And then, a world full of happiness will emerge. And I will watch over it with Mother, forever and ever. Yeah, I'm not gonna read that. You can do with it.
停電か。
Blackout?
嘘、こんな時に。
No, not at a time like this.
落ち着け。この管理タワーには独自の発電システムが存在する。停電だとしてもすぐに電源は復旧するはずだ。
Calm down. This tower has an independent electrical generator. The power will be restored even if there is an outage. Don't you love blackouts?
無事復旧したみたいね。
Looks like it's been properly restored.
でもいきなり電源を落とされた機械の方はたまったもんじゃないわよ。ああ、もう一回全部チェックしなきゃ。
However, the generators won't last forever. Oh well, I better check all the equipment. Have you guys ever had a
そ
blackout?
れは金の森、お前に任せる。
I think I only really had one.
今の停電がタワーだけなのか、それとも都市内全域なのか。
It's back when I was at my dad's place. Just that some evening the electricity went out for like the rest of the evening. It was rather weird. Then I'll leave it to you, Karanamori. But is this tower the only place that experienced a power outage, or is the entire city blacked out now?
ちょっと様子を見てくる。
I'll go take a look.
私もお供します。
I'll go with you. When we went outside, we were greeted by a tragic sight. With its environmental hollow and all the lights shut off, the city looked like ruins. Only the dim lights of emergency signals shine throughout the grey cityscape, and a screeching alarm shrilled through the air.
警報？一体何が起きている？
An alarm? What's going on? That's just Utsuo. Don't worry about it.
非常警報だ。災害とか国境に侵入者があった時に発令される。避難訓練でしか聞いたことねえけど、これが鳴ってるってことは
It's an
各駅が閉鎖されるぞ。
It's an emergency alarm. It sounds off during a disaster or invasion. If it's ringing, that means the barrier will go up.
隔壁都市をシェルターのように覆うということですか？
Are you saying a barrier will wrap around the city like a shield?
確かこの町は防衛線の関係もあり、有事には町全体が巨大なシェルターとなるよう設計されているんだったな。
If I'm correct, the city has been reinforced with a line of defense, and it has been designed to be a gigantic shelter in case of an emergency. But might have the beeping stopped though.
待て、その機能を乗っ取られたということか。この状態で各駅なんて閉鎖したら
Wait, are you saying that the city has been hacked, but if the barrier is locked down? The dome that at once welcomed the blue skies was now covered with steel.
俺たち閉じ込められたってことかよ。
Are you telling me we're trapped?
さあ、完全に閉じ込められた。俺たちだけじゃねえ。市民ごとだ。アルファ、あいつ何考えてやがる。
Damn, we're like sitting ducks in here. Not only us, but everyone else in the city too. What the hell does Alpha think he's doing? I'll just drop guns and make it an entire battle royale or something like that. Wanna bet? Suddenly, from all the speakers around the city, a gentle calming music could be heard.
この曲は一体
What is this song? As I listened, a heavy pulse throbbed deep within my head. I suppressed the pain gritting my teeth, and when I listened to it again, I heard a familiar sound.
時は来た。選択の時だ。この僕を信じ、従
Oh,
う
he's really
か
going
ど
to
う
turn
か。
it into a battle royale, isn't he?
それが君たちに許された唯一の、そして最後の選択だ。
Your time has come, and so have I. Selection time. It all depends on whether you trust and obey me. It will be the last choice you will ever have to make.
アルファ、やっぱりてめえの仕業だったか。
Alpha, so it was you all along.
僕を信じ、指し示す道を選択する者は幸いだ。君たちには永遠の幸せを授けよう。
Those who trust me and follow the path I have made will be rewarded. Eternal happiness shall be yours. That doesn't sound very ominous at all, does it?
すでに幸福の中にある者は迎えに行く。そうでない者は自らの足で天国への門をくぐれ。
I'll come for those who have already entered the state of happiness. For those who haven't, walk through the gate. Haven't seen that building before, have we?
そこには苦しみも悲しみもない。この僕が指し示す理想郷を信じて進む者だけがたどり着けるだろう。
Like those who listen and head towards the utopia I've created for you, will not meet any suffering or sorrow.
A14 ゲートを目指せ。そこが幸せへと至るただ一つの道だ。だがその門は誰にでも開かれているわけではない。
Head to gate A14. That is the only way you can arrive to your happiness. However, the gate isn't open for everyone.
自ら不幸を望む者は天国にはいらない。地獄への使者が安らかに眠らせてくれるだろう。
Heaven won't accept those who try to seek their own happiness. As such, you will be allowed to rest in peace. What the hell is he planning?
ゲートは明日の夜明けとともに閉じられる。その先へ到達できるのはただ幸せだけを望み、この僕を信じて進む者だけだ。
What else is it going to do with the rest of the city? By dawn tomorrow, the gate will be closed. Only those who come in time and enter will choose the happiness I've created will be welcomed. Then the broadcast was cut off.
永遠の幸せだと。やはり奴は 佐渡海上市の市民すべてをあの昏睡状態にするつもりだったのか。だが地獄への使者とは一体どういう意味だ。
What do you think he means? Did he just say eternal happiness? I knew it. He's going to put everyone inside a marine city into a coma. But what did he mean by rest in peace?
言葉通りの意味じゃね。殺しに行きますって。
Isn't it obvious? He's gonna kill us.
何？
Nani?
ありえるな。いかに奴の処理能力が優れているとはいえ、4万人の生命維持は簡単なことではないはずだ。施設の方にもキャパシティがないしな。
It's impossible. No matter how high his output is, he won't be able to preserve 40,000 lives. There isn't a facility in his city with the capacity for that many.
つまり間引き面倒見きれない分は殺すってことは。
So he's weeding them out. Is he going to kill anybody that he can take care of?
そうなるな。ヤッコさんにとって必要なのは幸せになった人間だけだ。不幸な人間を消せば、そりゃ残るのは幸せな人間だけだわな。
That's a possibility. Only quotation marks happy people are important to him. So all we would have to do is eliminate those who are unhappy.
そんなこと許せるかよ。
That's unforgivable.
とにかくアルファを探し出し早急に止めなければなりません。放っておけば多くの人が死に至ります。
First off, we need to find Alpha. Then we have to stop him. The longer we leave him be, the more people he will kill. I was gonna kill everyone though.
A14 番ゲートだったか。普通ならその奥に奴がいると考えるべきなんだろうが。
Gate A14. It would make sense if there's someone there.
あそこはすでに廃棄された住居区域だ。何もないはずだぞ。
That's the abandoned district. There shouldn't be even anything there.
だが以前三橋親子が隠れていたマンションのようにインフラはまだ動いてる。いや、アルファが動かしているんじゃないか。生命維持のためにな。
Give me a quick moment, I need to check something. Just a quick moment. Nope, still nothing. They are definitely taking their time with Wolf Fumos this time around. Jeez. Still have no idea. But just like before, the power should still be on. No, Alpha is keeping the power on just like it did at the apartment where the mother and child were hiding. Right?
電子操作を行うものと A14 ゲート奥へと向かうもので分けて行動した方がいいな。
Funny enough, when I was checking the Fumos like 20 minutes after the orders went live, the Momiji one was like sold out in like 20 minutes, and the rest still seems to be just up. So yeah, that's definitely expected, but yeah, kinda sad. Probably won't be getting any one of those. Really sucks though, but hey. We should split into two teams. One works on the cyber investigation, and the other infiltrates gate A14.
そうですね。では。
Right, then. I don't get to choose.
緊急事態よ。
Wait, this is an emergency.
どうしたカラノモリ。
What's wrong, Karanamori?
機材を復旧したら通報が来たのよ。避難所でドローンが人間を襲ってるって。
Oh. He sacked all the drones. When I was checking on all the equipment, I rebooted the system and got a report. Drones are assaulting the people at the shelters.
なんだと。どういうことだ。
What's going on?
詳しいことは言ってみないとわからない。でも正常に稼働していたはずのドローンが装備を人間に向けて殺してるって。通信の向こうで悲鳴が聞こえた。ただごとじゃないわ。
I wonder the details until we see it ourselves, but the drones are murdering civilians. I heard screams in the background of the audio file. This is serious. So that's how he's going to kill
地
everyone.
獄の使者ってのはそのドローンだ。放っておけば次々人間が虐殺されるぞ。
Hey, Gino, the drones are the ones who are going to lay everyone to rest. It will be a massacre if we don't stop them.
部活でした。その気になれば、アルファはいつでも私たちに牙を剥くことができたというのに。
I was careless. Alpha could take action against us anytime he wants.
ですが、あの状況でドローンなしでの対処は無理でした。シオン、被害のあった避難所を教えて。
But we cannot treat any of the civilians, given that all of the drones are killing them. Shion, tell us which shelter the report came from.
今通報が来てるのは例の中学校ね。急いで。
Again at fucking middle school. The report came from the middle school from the last case. Hurry.
仕方ない。全員通報のあった避難所へ急行するぞ。カナノモリ、君は引き続きアルファの捜索を頼む。
We have no choice. Everyone, rush over to that shelter. Karen and Mori, continue searching for Alpha.
はいはい
Hi, hi.
了解
Thought
です
so. Understood. An arc to heaven, rest in peace. Was Alpha trying to become God? Become as gods. Then I would definitely stop him. There could only be one god, and that god, the one that protects the society, was none other than Sybil. Not sure if you want that as your god either, to be honest. To give people happiness, there was nothing wrong with that. However, his methods were completely wrong. Was it because he was an AI, or was it because he had a bug?
アルファあなたの思い通りにはさせない絶対に
Alpha, I will do whatever it takes to stop you. So it seems we're now finally going into the final act. When we arrived at the shelter, it was literally a living hell. Through the school's windows, I could see maintenance drones chasing people and beating them so brutally that I felt I could hear their bones crack from where I stood. Oh dear. On the blacktop, engineering drones stood in a row, shooting people hiding in the buildings. Bodies were already stacked up by the entrance. Dear Lord.
何これひどい
No. This is terrible.
ギノ、デコンポーザーだ。まずはあの入り口を塞いでるデカブツどもをどけなきゃ話にならん。
Oh. Gino, use the decomposer. We have to destroy that massive thing that's blocking us from getting in.
ああ、だが内部では使用できんな。市民を巻き込む恐れがある。
Yeah, but we can't use it inside the building. We'd be endangering civilians. This whole situation went so fast.
デコンポーザーって3発までだよね。それ切れたらどうすんの？まさか素手？
Even then, the decomposer only has 3 rounds. If we run out, what are we supposed to do? You don't expect us to fight them with our fists, right?
警棒とスタングレネードは支給されていますが
We still have our batons and stun grenades, though.
いやいやいや、
It's not
そ
gonna
れで
broken
も無
grounds.
茶ぶりだからね。
No. It's still impossible.
分かっています可能な限り戦闘を避け市民の避難誘導を優先すべきでしょう
I know that. We must avoid confrontation as best as we can and prioritize evacuating the civilians to a safer area.
だがここが避難場所だぞ。どこへ逃がす？
But this was a safe area. Where can they run to?
管理タワーに来てもらう
We
し
need
か
a safer area than a safe
あ
area.
そこだけはまだクラッキングがされていませんでした今は少しでも安全性の高い場所にいてもらうしか
We can only bring them to a central management tower. That's the only place that's not been hacked into yet. As of now, that's the only safe place.
よし。では鴻上と俺が発砲し、中央のドローンが排除されたら、その隙に全員で校舎内に突入する。その後、俺、鏡、正岡、国塚は西校舎。残りの者は中央校舎確認後、東校舎へ向かえ。
While Kagami and I fire with the drones, everyone else will rush inside. Kagami, Masaoka, and Kunizuka head west. The rest check central campus, then head east.
了解しました
Understood.
じゃあ行くぜギノ。外すなよ。
Then let's go, Gino. Don't miss now.
あんなでかい的、外すわけがないだろ。
Like I can miss a target that big. I'm sure it's cocky now. The engineering drones at the entrance of Central Campus noticed us, but Inspectors Gnos and Kagami had already changed their Dominators mode. Nope. Becoming the weapon of judgment that destroyed it all it touched. Two shots flashed by, completely wiping out the engineering drones. Big shooter.
走れ。
Run. I found a wide open gap. We rushed ahead and slid through it. When I went by the pile of bodies, the stench made me nauseous, and I could hear nothing but screams. Without hesitation, we started running into each building. The school suffered damages far worse than during the riot, and cracks and burns were left by the drone's lasers, and the walls and floor were caked in blood. Thank you.
公安局刑
I
事
wonder
課
if
で
they're ever going to
救
animate
助
this.
に来ました。無事な方は返事をしてください。
This is the CID. We've come to rescue everyone. Is there anyone here? We checked the East classroom, calling out for any signs of life, but nobody moved. If they were alive, then it could only mean...
助けてくれ
Hey, over here! They're all dead. A boy with blood running down his forehead stumbled down the hallway, trying not to fall. Behind him, 4 maintenance drones carrying blood-coated mops and shovels were chasing him. They're literally cleaning the floor with him, aren't they? They do not seem to have any long-range weaponry. Right after making that inference, Enforcers Kogami and Tsurugi rushed out.
させるかよ
Not on my watch. Enforcer Tsurugi tackled the first drone down, and Enforcer Kogami kicked the other drone, smashing his head. That's a really good kick. In a few moments, a total of 4 drones were terminated. That's some shitty drones if you can just kick them.
何があったの？
Are you okay? What happened?
とりあえず止血します。少し座ってください。
In the meantime, I'll stop your bleeding. Please sit down. The boy panicked, but he accepted my first aid treatment and gradually began to talk. According to him, West Campus was ruined and everyone was caught off guard by the drones. And the comatose victims who were waiting to go into the hospital were taken away. He had tried to escape with his friends, but since the drones wouldn't stop chasing him, he split up from them so they would escape. They may be hiding in East Campus.
つまり襲われていない者もいると。
So you're saying that some people were not targeted?
何が違うのか調べてみる必要があるかもし
We
れない
need to find out why.
では私は西校舎の遺体と襲われている人たちの共通点を調べます。常森監視官、鴻上執行官は彼を連れ、ご友人を保護してきていただけますか。
Then I will head to West Campus to check for any other civilians in need of help. Inspector Tsunemori and Enforcer Kogami, can you guys bring him and his friends to safety?
はい、わかりました。
Yes, understood.
俺はどうすればいい久我立ち上
What should I do, Miss Kukitachi?
すみませんが、護衛をお願いします。いつドローンが襲ってくるかわかりませんから。
Sorry, but can you be my escort? We do not know if or when more drones will come after all.
分かった
Don't you guys have like EMP grenades or something like that? I don't know. Got it. When we entered West Campus, we split up. I scanned the corpses around the campus with my Westcom, checking their identities and most recent due data.
やはり色相が濁っています。おそらく潜在犯になってもおかしくないほどに。
Just as I suspected, their ears were clouded. They were probably all latent criminals by the time they were killed.
なんだと
What?
一度ラボにサイマティックスキャンデータからの犯罪係数分析を頼んでみます。私の推測が当たっていれば。
I'm going to ask the lab to analyze the crime coefficients via somatic scan. If I'm right, then... Then what? Come on. Soon after, we received the results, and it was just as I had expected. The crime coefficients had all reached a level high enough to be executed by the Dominator.
つまりアルファは潜在犯を選んで殺してるってことか
So, Alpha only kills the latent criminals.
アルファが犯罪係数を測る機能を有しているかは分かりません。色相の悪化している人間を狙った結果、潜在犯ばかりが襲われることになっている可能性が高いと思われます。
I don't know if Alpha can calculate the crime coefficient. It is likely that only latent criminals were attacked, because he targeted those with poor years.
どっちにせよ同じじゃねえか
Isn't that the same thing?
潜在犯や色相悪化患
Basically
者
it
は
is, isn't it?
有ストレス欠乏性脳梗塞になる可能性が低いです。故に地獄へ行くべき存在なのでしょう。
Both latent criminals and people who suffer from poor use have low possibility of becoming eustress deficient. First, they have been killed.
ふざけるなよ色相だけで人を判断しておいて何が幸せにするだそんなの不幸をまき散らしているだけじゃねえか
Stop joking. Even if he judges people based solely off their use, what the hell does his happiness even mean then? All he is doing is spreading pain and suffering. Jeez, why the hell do I have lost 11% of all the frames in this stream so far? Something isn't right with either Twitch or OBS. This doesn't really make much sense. Really weird. I need to look that up later. Because I have no idea where these frames are going. That must be his justice. On the other hand, I think he's right. It's an unforgivable belief. Probably this one.
それが彼の正義なのでしょう。
Is that his justice?
そんな正義があるかよ。人を殺して一体何が正しいって言うんだ。
There is no justice in that. But it's just about killing people.
それは違います、剣執行官。正しいからこそ人を殺せるのです。私たちだって潜在犯という形で
Yep,
社会から色相の濁ったものを排除し、時にエリミネーターで執行しています。
Wrong. This is justice. And that is why he kills. We're no different. We remove latent criminals with poor use from society, and at times exterminate them via the Eliminator.
いえ、もっと単純な話ですね。自分の意に沿わないものを排除したいという思考は誰にでもあるものではないですか。誰だって自分の思い通りの幸せを得たい。
Painfully true, though. No, actually it's simpler than this. Don't we all have a desire to get rid of anything that doesn't abide by our beliefs? Ultimately, we all want things to go our way. Was the Sybil system the embodiment of that desire? I pondered about that idea for a moment, wrestling with my thoughts. Sybil respected the will of humans and helped them make their right choices. But Alpha forced its will upon people. Sybil and Alpha were clearly
そう
different.
だな。確かにそうかもしれん。だけど、久方事情。それはわがままってもんじゃねえか。世の中なんて、ままならねえことばっかりだ。
I think I'm going to see if I can find like a good moment to stop at some point and finish this like next week or something like that. It's already decently late and I don't know. Yeah, that could be so, but Miss Kukitachi, isn't it kind of selfish? There are many things that people can't control in this world, you know?
それでも、シビラの信託なり、自分の気持ちなりで折り合いをつけるのが大人ってもんだろ。それを力ずくで消しちまおうってのは、随分子供っぽくないか。
But still, it makes sense to compromise your wishes for Sybil's stability. And isn't it immature to try and get rid of things just because you don't like it?
ええ、私もそう思います。彼の精神年齢は私たちが思うよりずっと幼いのかもしれません。
Yes, I think so too. His mental age could be much younger than I had thought.
悪い奴を消せば世界が平和になるなんてのは子供の正義だ。あいつにとってはそれが正しいのかもしれねえが、それを認めるわけにはいかねえよ。
If bad people are gone, then the world will become peaceful. That's the kid's view of justice. Even if it's right in his eyes, that's something we can't accept.
ええ、私もそう思います。止めましょう、彼を。
Yes, I agree. Let's stop him.
ああ。
Yeah. Enforces Kogami's powerful kick smashed the medical drone's head and seemed to malfunction as it dropped to the ground, with a flurry of sparks.
くそ、次から次へとキリがないな。
Damn, you just keep on coming. After that, we received reports from the other shelters. However, the situation only worsened.
公園横の救急病院から通報です。バリケードを破壊し、ドローンが侵入してきたと。
We have a report from the hospital by the park. The barricade was torn down and the drones have
こっ
invaded.
ちは私立高校から同じ通報が来てます。
I received the same report from a high school.
色素悪化の激しいものが多い方から救出に行く。今命を狙われているものから守るしかあるまい。
We will prioritize the rescue of people with the worst use. Now, from now on, we will only be able to save a handful of those killer drones. To save a handful from those killer drones, I should say. In all the shelters, the civilians had worked together building barricades, but they were helpless against the drones. Aren't drones lovely? No matter which shelter we rushed to and how many people we could save, the screams and cries from the other nearby shelters never ceased.
けどこのままじゃ自利品だ。どうします、ギノさん。
The situation's only getting worse over here. What should we do, Gino?
分かっている。
I know that. Hmm?
復旧した？
The power's back.
こちらシェパード1、どうした？
This is Shepard 1. What happened?
こちらラボ。いいニュースと悪いニュースがあるんだけど、どっちを先に聞きたい？
It's me. I have good and bad news. Which do you want to hear
ど
first?
っちでもいいからさっさと話せ。
Oh, Ginoza. I don't care. Just spit it out.
おっかないわね。じゃあまずいい知らせから増援よ。
No need to yell. I'll start with the good then. Reinforcements are on the way. The cyber warfare team at BSB headquarters launched a full support task force to combat Alpha's hacking. As a result of their work, power was restored to the city. And they were unsuccessful in their attempt to regain control of the drones, but they kept working on countermeasures, and were actually able to shut down some of them.
ここまではいいニュースなんだけど。
Well, that was the good news. Now,
もったいぶらずに早く言え。ドローンは攻撃を続けてるんだ。
make it quick. We're in the fire.
それおとりだったのよ。本命のトラップが見つかったの。
This is all a decoy. We've been duped.
どういうことだ？
What do you mean?
この町の根幹部、メタンハイドレート採掘施設の加工システム
Oh,
に
now we also
細
have a
工が
bomb
施されてい
situation.
たの。このままだと大爆発を起こすわ。
At the methane hydrate mining facility, we've detected a bomb. If we don't act quickly, it will be a catastrophic explosion.
マジかよ。
Seriously?
佐渡海上市は世界有数のメタンハイドレート採掘基地よ。爆発すれば大量の塵が飛散し、大気圏を覆ってしまう。地球規模の気候変動が発生する可能性が高いわ。
The city is the largest methane hydrate mining base. If it explodes, a layer of dense ash will contaminate the atmosphere. It can severely affect the global climate.
最悪の場合、氷河期に突入する恐れがあるだろうな。そこまでに至らずとも、北陸地方のハイパーオーツは間違いなく全滅する。この国は上干からびて滅びるかもしれん。
Okay, so the stakes got raised quite a lot. Worst case scenario, a new ice age will begin. The emergency supplies of hyperroads in the northern region will be wiped out, and this country will starve to death.
タイムリミットは明日の夜明けか。
Do we only have until dawn tomorrow?
それまでにゲートをくぐったものは確かに幸せかもね。ユーストレス欠乏症で何も感じなくなれば立ち会わなくて済むんだろうから。この世の破滅に。
And those who enter the gate by that time may truly achieve happiness after all. If the stress efficiency negates the stimulus response, they won't see the world's end.
空の森分析官、悲観的な感想は後でも述べられます。
That's certainly escalated.
我々は今何をすべきでしょうか。
Unless Karanamori, save the pessimism for later. What is that what we can do now?
怒らないで聞いてね。本部から命令があった。一係は救助活動を停止し、即座にアルファの捜索に当たることってね。
Please don't get mad after hearing this. We got an order from HQ from headquarters. From now on, Division 1 will enter relief effort and find Alpha at once.
じゃあ救える命を見殺しにしろってのか。
It does make sense. Like, you're either going to save a few people or the world is gonna get fucked over, so yeah, it does make sense. What then? Are they telling you to just let them die?
だから怒らないでって言ったじゃない。私だってそんなこと言いたいわけじゃない。私だけでアルファを見つけられてたらこんなことには。
That's why I said don't get mad. It's not like I wanted this to happen. If I only was able to find Alpha myself, this kind of thing wouldn't.
剣執行官、空の森分析官を責めてはいけません。私は命令に従い、アルファの捜索に全力を向けるべきだと思います。
Enforcer Tsurugi, please don't blame Analyst Karanamori. I think we should follow our order and do our best to find Alpha.
助けを求める人を見捨ててかよ。
So we're just gonna turn our backs on all these people.
このままアルファを放置すれば、この町どころか日本、いえ、世界までもが危機にさらされます。それを止めなければいけません。
Unless we stop him, this country, or actually this world will be over. We have to prevent that outcome no matter what.
わかった。空の森。本部に命令は受託したと伝えてくれ。今から病院に戻り、アルファの捜索を再開する。
Understood, Karanamari. Inform headquarters that we have accepted the order. We'll head back to the hospital now and resume our search for Alpha.
キノさん
Kino. Kino's right though.
かがり、あまり無茶を言うな。上の命令とあっちゃ仕方ないさ。
Issues this, Kagari. We can't do anything about orders from the top brass. Even though I understood it was the right choice, my chest hurt, but it was the only way we could save more people. There were acceptable losses in the bigger picture. We were not gods, we could not save everyone, but as Sybil's limbs, we still did the best we possibly could given the situation. That was the decision we had to make.
Shion, ちょっと来て。
I think with that I'm going to call it for today. Rather short compared to the previous streams, but yeah. No, that's screenshot. That's not. No, it's full screen. I also don't need that. Oh, and now I messed up the out. Yeah, now I messed up the capture. Good job, me. Oh, is the capture now really gone? Oh boy. Seems that way. I just need to save anyway, so you won't miss much in that regard. No? God damn it, what just save again? Save. There we go. But yeah, I'm going to leave it at that for tonight then. Good job that I messed up the last few seconds here. No idea why that happened. Hold on, what if I do this? Oh, it doesn't work. Wait, didn't we have this issue like last week as well? Something like that? Seemed familiar at least. But yeah, it's a bit of a shorter stream, sorry for that. Sorry for that. Oh, just close this right away. Fair enough. Gonna cut the recording here. Thank you for watching and see you next time. Bye bye.